Okay, in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to add something to this side, to both sides really, but to this side in order to make the left side of the equal sign a perfect square. So forget about the negative sign for a second. We got an x squared block and then 6x blocks. It's really negative 6, but just think of it as 6x blocks. That would be an x squared, and then we go 3x blocks on this side and 3x blocks below. And how many 1 blocks would we need to make that a perfect square? Well, 9. Okay, so we want to basically complete the square. We want to add 9 to this side so that we get x squared minus 6x plus 9. But we can't just add 9 to this side. We got to add it to this side to keep the equation true, or to keep the same values of x to solve this equation as the original. So we add 9 to both sides. That makes this a perfect square, which we then can factor into x minus 3 times x minus 3 is equal to 11. And that's the same thing as x minus 3 squared is equal to 11. Okay, now we have the same situation as we had in the previous problem. It's like something squared is equal to 11. Sort of we're going to take the square root of both sides, but we got to remember that, so the answer is x minus 3 is equal to the square root of 11, or x minus 3 could equal whatever the negative version of that is, because you could do negative square root of 11 squared, and you'd get 11. So we have x minus 3 equals square root of 11, and x minus 3 equals negative square root of 11. We add 3 to both sides, and we get the x values that make this equation true are x equals square root of 11 plus 3, and x equals negative square root of 11 plus 3. The trick is adding something to this side that's going to turn this into a perfect square so that we could write it as something squared equals 11, so we can use the take the square root of both sides method to solve.